designed a bee program hive for Serrana, and we also have, of course, for stingless bees. So we called it as standard hives for the honeybees and the stingless bees. So we have apiaries. Apiary is a term for the place where you put all your hives for beekeeping. So same as with poultry or yung sa mga baboy, poultry and yung sa mga manok, piggery. Yeah. Poultry is for manok, chicken, and piggery is for pigs. So bees, specifically for species of apis, we have apiary. While for stingless bees, since they are not species of apis, we call them melliponari because they belong to a family which is under the Meliponian family. Okay? So medyo technical na siya. Anyway, so apiaries are used for pollination, as said before. And, okay, so proceed to the colony. Any questions? None. Okay. So the colony consists of course, only one queen. Why one queen?
To rule them all.
Yeah, queen rule the colony. Kasi they have this unique pheromone for each colony. And that pheromone came from the queen. So they should have at least only one queen for each colony. And the queen lays egg in a day, 1,000 to 2,000. Okay? And the only role of the bee is to lay and lay and lay eggs. So, pinapakain siya ng worker bees. They don't have to collect nectar, to collect pollen outside. Kasi it's the worker bees who do it. Reyna talaga siya. And worker bees, all females ang workers. So, the colony is female dominated. Women empowerment na daw. Later na. So, worker bees, ang only role niya sa buhay ay from the work itself to work hard for the colony. So, they collect pollen, they collect food, they feed the young, they feed the larvae, they feed the egg, they feed the queen, they feed the drones, all. So, pinakamatrabaho ang maging worker bees. And, by the way, the queen, ang life cycle ng queen is 16 to 17 days. While the workers ay 21 days. And also, of course, di naman tayo mabubuhay without the males. So we have the drones. The drones are no. The drones are only they are produced only when needed. So if the queen or kapag kailangan na nila ng yung virgin queen needs to be mated, they produce the drone cell. So the drones, the life cycle of the drone is 23 to 24 days. Yes, ma'am. Yes. So the queen can lay, may choice siya, can lay worker bees or drones. And the worker bees give the sign kasi the worker bees, they are the ones who produce the cell, yung hexagonal shape, where the queen will lay the egg. So once na ang ginawa ng worker bees ay larger or bigger than the ordinary cell, Yes, that's the, it indicates that the queen should lay the drone. Magnana, yes. But that's in breeding. So sa genetics, malalaman nyo kung paano nyo ipitweak or paano nyo imamanage na hindi dapat magkaroon ng inbreeding. Ibig sabihin, the drone will make the mother or the future queen within the same colony or in the same family. So that's inbreeding. Yeah, it's not advisable po. Kasi it's the same with us humans. If you mate, if you marry your relative, yes. So it's more on the genetics part. So you'll discuss the genetic members of the genetic group will discuss it on Thursday. Life cycle of drone is 23 to 24 days. Okay. So this is the queen at the center. Yeah. Yes. Yes. The future queens, sabi ko nga, pag ni-feed siya ng royal jelly, ito yung mga future queens. And they have these queen cells. Pag ang queen cell mo ay located on the bottom, yung base ng frame, or base ng colony, maganda yon. Indication siya na it's called the swarm cell. Swarm cell. Ibig sabihin, or reproductive cell. Indication that they want to expand the colony. So that's why they're creating their future queens na. Pag sa bottom. But if it's located on the center or at the edge of the frame, it's not good kasi the workers like to create na queens kahit okay pa yung queen nila, present queen. So what you have to do is to destroy it. If it's in the center and at the edge. Pero pag sa bottom, pwede nyo siyang patuloyin. So we'll discuss it in management part.
Okay. So how long bago mag-hatch?
Bago
Hatch mga egg? Order?
2 to 3 days. Yes.
Is there a difference between if the data is queen cell on the bottom or in the center?
In the behavior, yes. Because the tendency, if you were able to continue the cycle of the cell at the middle of the frame, the present queen will be killed by the workers.
So make the queen cell in the middle, that means the old queen is still...
The future queen that is laid at the center,
Yeah.
all the eggs that she'll lay, this is prediction. So all the eggs that we lay, all drones or all worker bees. So that's not a good beekeeping practices. Yes, ma'am.
Sorry. Isn't it an indicator that when the hive produces the queen cells on the middle, maybe there's something wrong with the present queen? That's why we're...
Yes. Either the present queen is weak or does not lay any egg anymore.
Will it be beneficial for the brood?
No, it's not.
Since they are creating a new queen?
No. Basta dapat yung nasa baba lang, at the bottom. Pag nasa center siya, no. Okay, so si Queen, lagi siyang may alalay na mga nurse bees. So, very important ang queen sa isang colony. So, this is an example of a picture of the egg, newly laid eggs inside the hive. So, it's a thread-like yung mga eggs. And feed by nectar and pollen every day. So, yan. Close up ng egg.
Worker.
Yes, worker egg. And ito naman yung itsura ng larvae. Parang ano siya, grub-like. So, every day, pinifeed din siya ng honey and pollen. And yung mga closed na cell, these are the closed brood, ito yung mga pupal stage. So, yan. Ito yung itsura ng pupa inside that closed cell. And this is the adult stage. So, ito yung drone cell. It's much bigger yan, than the usual worker cell or yung mga normal cell lang. Drone cell. Anong sa?
Ma'am, hindi po kasi tumatama yung pointer.
Okay. Lahat po to drone cell yan.
Ay, sa
Yan.
dingding po siya tumatama.
Okay. Dito pala. Sorry. It's not working then. Ba't ayaw? Anyway, so ito pong mga yan. Lahat na yan is drone cell. Here. Yes, madaling-madali siya ma-identify kasi very different siya from the normal cell. Size ng normal cell. No. Usually magkasama. And usually sa bottom siya. No, hindi siya microscopic. Ito po yung mga lumabas na. And usually yung drones don't have stinger. Wala silang pang sting. Kasi ang only, yung role lang nila sa buhay is to mate the queen. So every day, pinapakain siya ng workers. No need na alalahanin yung pagkain niya every day. The workers will feed them. Then, basta ang role niya lang sa buhay ay makipag-mate. So guys, do you want to become drones? Yes, sir.
In the bigger picture, not the empty combs with the holes in it. Is it just unkept brood or what is it?
Which one? Here?
Yeah, that's an empty.
Yeah, the drone already merged.
Yeah, and the other one with the holes in it.
Here?
No.
The smaller box.
The other one?
Here.
Where are you? What's your pointer now?
This is the drone, and these are work.
The bigger picture.
lower side.
The bigger
No.
picture with the little
The one with the black
little
dots.
holes in it.
First picture here.
No, that's
Ito, these are all drone cell.
yeah. Is it unkept or what is it? Yeah.
Does that mean that may
Yes,
Is it unkept?
it's still closed. It means that the drone is still inside.
Why is there this dot in the middle? What is it?
The dot in the middle.
He's asking why are the other cells not covered and the other cells are covered. Maybe that's what you're asking.
No,
sir?
the dot in the middle.
Yeah, me.
Dot in the middle.
Yeah, exactly. What is that?
Indication that there's still drone inside this cell.
It's about to go out.
The open brood or the open cell the drone already emerged. Yan. It's still the same.
Those are all drone cells.
Yes, all drone
How
cell.
about the regular cells?
So they all close.
We don't have the picture of the regular cell here. Maybe later at the field,
Ano?
we can identify, hopefully there's drone. Jen, may drone cell kaya? Okay, so we'll look for the drone cell, the queen cell if there is, and the regular cell for you to identify in the field. Okay? So this is the queen cell at the bottom. It's called the reproductive cell or swarm cell. So this is the newly emerged future queen here. So ito yung itsura ng queen cell at the bottom. The right one. So mating flight. Mating happens in the air. So aerial mating ang sa honeybees. So ang una, the queen will fly and then drones will follow. So yung drone, nakahilera sila, line up. So first drone will mate the queen, at least 20 drones ang need ng queens. Yeah. Kasi once lang sila makikipag-mate. So after that, pag hindi na mate si queen, yung virgin queen will lay all drones lang. So papatayin, mamamatay din siya. And it's not helpful for your colony. Okay. So first, drone will try to mate the queen, and then after giving semen sa queen, the abdomen part or the last part of their body will detach.
Dead.
So,
Patay.
dead. And then the second drone will again mate the queen. Will still mate the queen kahit alam niyang mamamatay siya. Bakit? Why?
That's nature. His purpose.
Kasi kapag bumalik siya sa hive, when unsuccessful drones get back to the hive, yes, the drone will be killed by the worker bees. Kasi wala na silang silbi. Papakainin lang sila sa hive.
Gastos
So,
lang
yun.
naman.
Yes, ma'am.
You said the life cycle of a drone is between 80 to 84.
Yes.
They will mate between what time
After 3 days to 4 days,
after hatching?
mm-mm. So pwede na sila makipag-mate. So after mating, a week after or 3 days after, the queen, the successfully mated queen, will now lay its egg. At least 1,000 or 2,000 eggs per day. So that's the story of the queen and the drone. 3 to 4 days. Yeah.
And then from what makes the future preparation
Yes, ma'am.
Once lang po sila mag-mate or
Once lang
for the
makikip-
whole life cycle ng queen?
Yes. So once lang siya makikipag-mate.
And
Then, pwede siyang mabuhay for 2 years, 3 years, depending on the food.
so sapat na yung nakuha niya semen?
Yes.
or
Kaya
2
20
years?
drones ang kailangan niya.
So mas na siya makikipag-finale sa 2 years time, 2 years siya
Madami po siyang reserved semen.
Kaya 20.
Yes, sir.
2 days, manglili ng eggs na yung
Queen.
queen.
Kung how many days session yan? 3, 4, 5 days, ganyan?
Alin po yung
Hindi
eggs?
yung eggs niya.
2 to 3 days after, mag-hatch na siya, magiging larvae. So, ang cycle or developmental stage ng honeybees ay from egg, then after 2 to 3 days, it will become larvae. Tapos, from larvae, magiging pupae or pupa, yung mga closed brood. And then, after pupal stage, magiging na siyang adult. So, for the worker bees, it will take 21 days before the pupa will hatch into adult. While for queens, 15 to 16 days. And for drones, 23 to 24 days. Yung life cycle niya. Yan. So, for the unsuccessful drones, evicted na siya sa colony. So, X na, dedo. And what are the activities within the colony? Makikita niyo po. The activities within the colony. So, as you can see in this picture, the worker bees feed or give nectar and honey and pollen to the young ones. Yung egg and larvae. So, sila yung nag-feed. And comb building. So, they can produce those cells inside the hive, but you have to feed them 8 kilos of sugar. And take note, only white sugar. Kasi pag brown sugar, usually nagtatae yung bees. Kasi yan siya. 8 kilos for the whole year na siya. 1 year. Every feeding is 1:1 kasi siya eh. So 1:1, ibig sabihin 50, bawa 50 grams ng water, then 50 grams din ng white sugar. So every feeding, ganun siya. So to be able to build a perfect comb, you have to feed them at least 8 kilos ng sugar, white sugar, in a year. Per colony. Pa. No, masyadong madami po yun. Baka masobrahan na yung colony. It depends on the season. Usually, feeding happens lang kapag rainy seasons. Yes, kapag walang flowers. Or kapag maulan. And they also have this temperature regulation. So once the temperature inside the hive is higher, kasi the standard temperature inside the hive is 35 degrees Celsius. So once it's higher or sobrang init, they usually fan their wings para to cool them down. While pag malamig or lower than 35 degrees, ang ginagawa nila is nagkukumpulan sila. So yun yung temperature regulation inside the hive.
Balik na ako dun sa 8 kilos. So, the year na for one colony.
Per colony po. Or minsan, pag madami ka sa isang site, pwede na siyang ma-feed. Depende kung madami kang colonies, mas madami dapat ang gagawin mo. Sugar solution. Sa management, ituturo po siya on Thursday. And colony defense. For honeybees, since they have this stinger, yun yung kanyang defense. So once may predator or may mga butike, ipis, lizard, cockroaches, they usually stung them. And also, kapag may wasp, since ang wasps ay may stinger din, what they do is they nagkukumpul sila. So, the temperature nagiging mainit inside, nasusunog yung wasp. So, ito yung reproductive swarming. So, kapag nakakita na kayo ng queen cell here, queen cells at the bottom of the frame, and it happened that you were not able to put a frame or add frames inside your colony, the tendency ay the colony or the bees will look for another area where they can survive in the wild. So, ganito. So, this happens sa Apis cerana, usually sa Apis cerana. Mga laywan, ligwan, native bees. So, dapat maunahan nyo sila. So, pag once na nakikita na kayo nito, pwede nyo gawin ay put or add frames or add super or yung box. Yung mga terminologies for the box will be discussed this afternoon. Here, defense against the wasp. So, they bowl the wasp para mainit yung loob. Nasusunog sila. And stinger, of course. So, once you get stung by the bee, huwag kayong magagalit. Why? Mamamatay din kasi siya. So, before you get stung by the bee, pinag-iisipan niya kung worth it ba yung pag-sting niya sa inyo. Yes. So here are the images of their foraging behavior. Foraging meaning, ito yung mga bee pasture na sinasabi natin. So these are the flowering plants or the fruit-bearing trees where they can get their food for the youngs or as their stores.